The year 2021 is so close, it's almost at the gates. And when I say short term, I mean practically by the end of the year, because we are just a few days away from it, right? So, are you interested in a quickie for Zilliqa? I hope you are, and I hope you will join me in this video, because we are taking a kind of fast approach to your favorite coin. So, before we dig into the charts of Zilliqa, and before we look at the overall crypto market, let me roar. Three options regarding this video. First, become a part of our crypto pack. Click the subscribe button and join us. It is free. Below the video, the button is waiting for you. Click it. Number 2, tip the dinosaur if you think it deserves to be tipped. Where and how, check out the description. Number 3, lay back and enjoy the video. In the top coins, period will cool down. After a massive surge to the upside, the king, Bitcoin, still not in a full cooling period. You know what's happening in the markets, right? Past 2 days, Bitcoin broke its all-time highs. Bitcoin surged from below 20,000 above 23,000. For now, it is standing just below that line of 23,000 and is up 3.8% of the day. Is this the peak? Is this all he got? Or we are due for another leg to the upside? That is yet to be seen. But note his little brother, Litecoin, surging almost 17% to the upside. So while others are resting, he's saying no, still moving. Litecoin, you have our respects. And although nothing much is happening in the markets, after the big explosion, Zilliqa is listed on our movers and shakers in the market with a 5% to the upside. So without further ado, let's see what is happening in a kind of short term on this fairly interesting coin. Let's go. I'm here to present you Zilliqa versus dollar versus Bitcoin versus Ethereum. In what time frames? Well, I think for the short term we will use 4 hour and 12 hours. Although some of you might not consider 12 hours a short term, for my approach, which is usually weekly, sometimes even monthly, it is a pretty short term. What are we looking at the screen? Zilliqa versus US dollar on the 4-hour chart. First of all, if you are interested in the medium and long-term approach to the Zilliqa, be sure to check out our previous video where we take a little zoomed out approach and practically our normal approach. This is not normal approach for us. 4 hour, absolutely not. But let's do it this time. Maybe you like it. It is a fairly simple chart, right? Just one thing to point out, and that is direction. A clear uptrend. Wouldn't you agree? Going up, never stopping, never changing direction, with a few fluctuations, but clear uptrend. What I like to plot on this low chart is a huge moving average. Do you know what period I'm talking about? If you didn't guess, it is a 500 period moving average. Not used very often, but on a time frame like 4 hour, I like to be using it. Well, he is here just for the one thing, and that one thing is to show us that we are a clear and determined price well above this moving average. An indication of something that your naked eye could see. One more time, an uptrend. Now if we plot this guy, and this is the 200 period moving average, again clearly stating an uptrend, price 200, 500. Even if we draw the 100 moving average, which is supporting the price, and you can see where, again, an uptrend without an end. For now, we are not seeing the end, okay? But let's zoom out a bit, not too much, just to the half-day chart, okay? So Zilliqa versus USD, 12 hours time frame, and this is why I like bigger charts. Now you can see that the uptrend was not this area that we just had on the screen on the 4-hour chart. From all the way from the beginning of the last month, the uptrend is intact. If we make this arrow our trend line, you can see the touches, and you can see that the price is respecting an uptrend. Now if we plot a volume on this chart, the big volume came when the price reversed and touched the upward sloping support. Something similar is happening right now at this point, and this could be an indication that we are about to touch our arrow on the screen, right? One more test of the support, but then again, it is not bound to do that. All this volume could be a needed force to break the resistance that we talked about in our previous videos on the bigger time frames. So one more time, check those out. Moving averages, well, I respect the 200 on the 12 hours chart, and again, the one is pointing at a clear uptrend, even drawing this 500, even drawing this 100, that is giving us a bullish crossover, right? 100, 200. But what is interesting about this conjunction that happened last month, 1 month ago, not just a crossover of the 100 and 200, but a 50 period also. So at this point, perfectly aligned moving averages in a bullish crossover to the upside. Everything is clear. Zilliqa versus US dollar, bullish and in a clear uptrend. How the picture is looking against Bitcoin, let's dive in. Well, against our king Bitcoin, we have a slightly different story. Although we had this uptrend, and you see the arrow pointing the clear uptrend, supporting the price, we broke below it, and now having tough time regaining that uptrend. So in the 4-hour chart, we could be in for some trend changing. We'll see. Now, this area is understandable to you, right? What is this? Not just one more try to get above the uptrend. This is the last 2 days of Bitcoin surge. This is why we have such a big sell-off of Zilliqa versus Bitcoin. Now things may cool off, but for now, Bitcoin's massive surge to the upside throw Zilliqa to its back one more time. The volume, it is kind of showing it, right? A bigger than usual for the 4-hour chart. A little sell-off. Will it stop and will we continue to the upside? Well, it could be. We will see, because these lows and these lows are at the same level. Maybe we are double bottoming, I don't know, and regaining an upward momentum. We will see. This or a downtrend, the choice is yours. 500 period moving average is still holding the game. We are above it. So for now, in the bigger picture, we're good. Even charting a 200 period moving average. Not just that we are above it, but look at this. A crossover of the 200 and the 500. Bullish when the big ones collide. That is a good thing, right? Again, zooming out to the 12-hour charts. On the 12-hour charts, a few more answers revealed. Now you can see why that volume got bigger and what we bumped into. So this is an uptrend that we talked about. So what's the problem? How about this line of resistance? Can you see it? Resistance from the more than 2 months ago, now coming back again. And we are talking about Bitcoin. This is looking pretty interesting now. Look at this, kind of like a cup and a handle now that is forming. We'll see about that. but things are pretty clear in the 12 hours chart. Downtrend versus uptrend, and a little consolidation in between. Interesting. And if this is a cup and a handle, that will form right here. We are talking bullish against Bitcoin in the near future, right? So although a sell-off, you can see what's happening in the last 2 days. The sell-off just gave us an opportunity to form that handle of the cup and handle pattern, right? 200 period moving average, also saying that we are above it, nothing broken. 100 is still below it, but slowly turning to the upside. Maybe the explosion and the break of this resistance line will come after those two collide somewhere in the near future. Against Bitcoin, I will point you out that retest of this 200 period moving average is possibility now, that we got rejected from this resistance. So don't be alarmed if you're trading Zilliqa versus Bitcoin that we go a little lower, okay? One more opponent. Is he a friend or foe? Zilliqa versus Ethereum. Seems that we are friends. You know, as they say, Ethereum is your friend, or they say the trend is your friend. I don't know. Anyway, we're good. If we make the support visible, you can clearly see that Zilliqa is in an uptrend against Ethereum on a 4-hour chart. So yes, Ethereum's good, the trend is our friend. Although, if he's our friend, why he never calls? Shouldn't friends call each other? Will he comes to Zilliqa's Christmas dinner? I don't know. If they are friends, I hope so. But that is a topic for another time. In the next video, the friendships of coins. The trend is our friend, the channel is also our friend. Look at the resistance, okay? So we are traveling against Ethereum in this upward sloping channel. Enough said. Why the volume is so high? Right here and right here. A simple answer is you met your resistance. I think this picture is pretty clear. 500 period moving average, the huge one, well below the price. It is a bullish setup against Ethereum. Even when we draw a 200 period moving average, well, the crossover is saying his own story. Bullish again. So for now, follow this upward sloping channel until it break. It is our friend. Let's zoom out a bit for the end to see the half a day chart. Yep, a clear uptrend versus Ethereum. Well, it is a possibility that in the near future Ethereum decides to put a stop sign in front of Zilliqa. For now that is not the case. And now you can see it in a bigger time frame. Since the bottom of the last month, we rallied to the upside. So continuation is expected. What could give us a hard time at these levels versus Ethereum? How about this resistance? You can see that we breached it here, touched it perfectly. Look at this. Double resistance of the upper band of the channel of this horizontal line. And now we are battling it. Up, down, up, down. We'll see what will happen. A 200 period moving average here made its contact with the price, and since then holding it above it. Bullish. 100 period, same story. Even the bullish crossover to the upside. My conclusion after watching all this chart is Zilliqa is in a bullish mode versus USD bullish versus Bitcoin bullish versus Ethereum we are bullish. Now, is this the most bullish we will get? Absolutely not. Follow the space. Follow Bitcoin and leaning coins. Follow Zilliqa. It will tell you the story. Zilliqa will get even more bullish. I promise you that. Although I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice. Did you like my idea? If you did, be free to smash the like button. Be free to put the thumbs up. If I see those thumbs up, I promise you I will not bite off your hand. unless you are willing to make that sacrifice for a hungry dinosaur. If you didn't like my rambling, if you didn't like my video or Zilliqa, well, check out one of these videos, because God knows what's waiting for you in there. Okay, well, now bye and roll.